So when I came to...
I might be farting.
Okay, me too. Okay, just keep going. It'll be cool. We'll edit out this. And this is like what the documentary is about, me giggling for an hour.
I would watch that. You're just giggling and farting.
Giggling and farting the entire documentary. Okay. So, when I came to Stony Brook, I never thought I could be an women's studies major because it was like really English based, and that was my worst subject in high school. So I was a little bit self-conscious about my writing, especially, and I took an English and women's studies cross-listed course for a deck. It was feminist literature, and it was by Heidi Huttner, was the professor, and we had to read these pieces every week, and then write a little reaction paper. And every week we would get reaction papers back graded with a check if we did it, a check plus if we did it really good, and a check minus if you sucked. So she explained that like check plus was like very rarely given out. Like, so like the first day of class, she's like, you're probably not going to get a check plus very much, so don't like count on it. And this is not the kind of class you take if you just want a deck. This is the kind of class you take if you're really interested in it, and like you really have to be invested in like this. And I was like, oh shit, like I'm just doing this for a deck, like oh crap, but I really want to learn about like feminist literature, like I think that's cool. So I was like really nervous about the class, but I took it anyway, and then it was like 6 weeks into it or so. I had maybe less than 6 weeks probably. It was a couple weeks into it, the class, and I don't remember what the assignment was, but my reaction paper got a check plus.
Oh.
And and the comment said, "You write well." So that was the first time anybody had told me that I write well in a college level course. So then I was like, well, maybe I can write like as the majority of my classes. Like, what? That was like completely mind-boggling to me. So I began to consider having women's studies as a major after that, because I loved that class. I loved it. And then, yeah, like the next semester, I took more women's studies classes for any deck that I needed still, and I ended up switching to women's studies as my major by the end of that next semester.
Yay!